going on, guys? I am up here in New Jersey, flew up for a couple weeks, came out here to a local park. A couple of my friends, they're out behind me already fishing. Got my 3-foot little rod that fits my backpack that I flew up with, and we are going to be starting out with a little micro crankbait, 1/16 ounce, 1 inch long. Had a lot of success on this whenever I've used it previously, so I'm hoping for more of the same today. Really excited because I don't get to fish some new areas too much, so it should be fun. We'll try to get some bluegills, maybe some largemouths. There's crappie in here too, so we'll see what we can get today. All right, so we're about 5 minutes in, nothing yet. Biggest problem today is probably going to be being able to cast. The small 3-foot rod doesn't help with that at all, especially using these kind of small lures. All right, so I got nothing, my friends got nothing, we're all switching over. Tied on a 1/64 ounce jig head with the Trout Magnet split tail. Really, there's a bunch of little fish in here, so I'd like to just at least get on the board and get some of those to start out. Biggest problem though, once again, it's gonna be really hard to cast out with a even smaller lure, right? The bigger the weight, usually the farther you can cast. So let's see if we can pull out one of these little fish. So I'm getting a lot more action on the Trout Magnet than I did on that crankbait, but I'm still not able to hook up with any. And it looks like they're just kind of biting the tail part and not actually big enough to get their mouth around the hook. So this is the smallest thing that I have with me. So if this isn't catching fish, I'm not sure what else I can try. Oh, here we go. First one of the day. Now this took forever, but we got our first bluegill on the Trout Magnet. Just got a bluegill. First one.
I've had a ton of hits, I just can't.
Me too, they're all small.
I just can't get them to hook.
Same. They keep biting the tail, but not the hook.
Yeah, they're not big enough to take the whole thing.
Right. All right, so we got our first fish of the day, super small bluegill, but after getting 15-20 hits, this is the first one that was able to fit the hook in its mouth. Now, as you can see, it looks different than a lot of the bluegill I catch down south. That's because this is the northern subspecies compared to the copper nose that we get down in Florida. But super cool fish. Glad to get on the board here with our first one. Let's let this one go, and let's see what else we can get. There we go. Second fish of the day. Another bluegill, I think. Yeah, it looks like another bluegill, female. All right, second fish of the day, another little bluegill. This one's a little paler in color. It's a female. You can tell by the smaller ear flap there. But it looks like things are picking up. Got nothing in the first 45 minutes. Here we got 2 in the last 5. So let's let this one go and get back to it. That didn't take long. Green sunfish. All right, fish number 3, little mini micro green sunfish. So probably my least favorite of the sunfish species. The only thing I really like about them is the fins. They got really nice accents on them, and then the little neon blue lines right on the mouth. Let's let this one go and get back to it. So they make this lure in a way smaller size.
Do they really?
So this is 1/64 ounce. They go all the way down to 1/200, which probably would work today. Another bluegill. All right, fish number 4, I think it is. Another little bluegill on the Trout Magnet. There we go. Yep. Another bluegill. All right, not much size on these guys, but it's kind of cool to catch these like I did when I was growing up. I think the copper noses do look better, but it's always nice to get a little chain. So the northern subspecies, still a really cool fish. You can see got some blue there on the gills. That's where they get the name from. All right, got a slow pick all day of some small fish. See if we can get something off of this dock here. There we go. Largemouth. Yeah, small one.
Where'd you get it?
Right by this broken down tree thing.
Structure.
Yeah. Who would have guessed, right?
Yeah, right. Did you just jig it?
Yeah. All right, first largemouth of the day. Something other than a sunfish is always nice. But not much size on this one. Maybe we'll get something a little bit bigger. There we go. Got it. All right, second green sunfish of the day, about the same size, which is almost nothing. But we'll let this one go, and I think I'm going to switch up my lure into something a little bit bigger, try to get some more size on these fish. All right, so I think we got enough little fish on that Trout Magnet. Tied on 1/8 ounce inline spinner, so a little bit bigger, not by much though. Hoping to get some larger fish than just these little tiny bluegill and green sunfish. So we'll give it a shot and hopefully get into some larger fish.
Nice.
Pull that thing on over. Just flip it over.
I'm gonna get there.
Alright, so that's going to do it. Ended up getting only one fish on the inline spinner. I'm not even going to show you guys that because the camera on my chest cam died and really didn't even get to see it. It was a green sunfish pumpkin seed hybrid. Overall for the day, we got a good amount of fish, just no size on really any of them. I think I got 4 bluegill, 2 green sunfish, that hybrid that I just mentioned, and 1 small largemouth. My friend Jimmy, he got that one really nice sized largemouth. He only got 1 fish today, but it was the biggest one. And then Mike got maybe 4 bluegill, I believe it is. So none of us really got any fish of any size except Jimmy. He got the biggest one. It was a tough day for sure. Almost everything came on that little Trout Magnet, and even so, the fish were so small that they would just kind of bite the end of the Trout Magnet and couldn't get their mouth around the hook most of the time. I mean, I got probably 4 or 5 hits, maybe even more for every 1 fish that I hooked up. They were just all really small. Biggest problem that I've seen so far, for me at least, is this little 3-foot rod. It's super small, makes casting a real challenge, especially when you're using some of these smaller lures. Either way though, I hope you guys liked it, and then I will see you next time.